You gotta beat the man. Woo! We're talking about flair today, not Ric Flair. We're gonna talk about flaring out the elbows. I'm Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, and this video is for Omar Ismuff, something like that. We'll get that name right at some point. This is my boy Silent Mike, and we just showed you some bench tips, but we're gonna show you another one just because we can. We're gonna talk about flaring out the elbows. You hear sometimes people saying, oh, my elbow's flared out, my elbow's flared out. Well, we're actually trying to flare our elbows out. We're trying to pull them in first so they have somewhere to go. If you don't ever pull them in, if they're out here the whole time, that's no good. On the descent, on the way down, is when you want to try to pull the elbows in slightly. Remember, we don't want to get in that gay pterodactyl position because we don't want to try to come back up out of it and go, Kya! Like that, right? We want to try to have the elbows in slightly at the bottom, and as we're pressing, we want to press up and out. Alternative lifestyle pterodactyl for some of those of you that may be offended. So he's going to torque the elbows in a little bit at the bottom of the lift, and we're going to have him pause it down there slightly. There you go, up. And as he comes back up, he's going to flare the elbows out. And Mr. Cameraman, if we can get a shot from like here, you can kind of see he's trying to wrap his elbows kind of around the bar. He's throwing his elbows towards these posts right here. And because he has all this weight in his hands, he's not going to throw the weight over his face. But you are pushing up and back. You see the weight is ending up just over his second or third or fourth chin as he presses upward. One more. One more for all your fans out there. Silent Mike. In and then whoosh, out. Yep, there you go. Good. So you're kind of taking advantage of where you're at mechanically in the bench press. When you're down in here, we have the forearms resting on the biceps, right? You following me? The forearms are resting on the biceps. The triceps are resting on the lats. That's if you're jacked, and if you're not, you got to work on it more. But that's what we're doing. We're getting in here. We're getting in nice and tight, okay? Once we start to press, everything starts to come out anyway, right? But as in the overhead press as well, we want to try to scoot our elbows underneath that bar, and we want to try to work smarter and not harder. If we have to try to grind it out this way, then we have to kind of leverage it with our shoulders and our triceps like this. And you want to just try to shove your elbows under the bar so you don't have to push the bar too great of a distance. Remember, while you're doing that, you're also pushing upward and towards your face. I'm going to show you two exercises that can assist you with getting that right on the bench press also. These presses that I'm going to have Silent Mike do will be less than impressive. Get it? You guys suck, man. You guys hate my jokes. I'm really dying out here. What we're going to do is we're going to try to reinforce that technique that we just talked about over there on the bench press. We're going to have palms facing each other. Hairy palms are facing each other. And now we're going to throw the palms out and upward as we're coming up. How revolutionary is this? The Arnold press, but we're laying down. Nobody's ever seen the likes of this before. Let's just call this the Mark Bell press, just for short. You can kind of see he's leveraging out the elbows, flaring out the elbows a little bit. And you can throw a little Ric Flair in there for each. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, you don't want to do that too much. You might get the lunk alarm called on you. That's good, Silent Mike. You look wonderful. Remember, you're pushing up and back a little bit as well. The other movement that we have for that is just a simple old school Arnold press. Grab the 15s, Mike. You'll look jacked. The old school Arnold press, these could be done with dumbbells. These could be done with kettlebells. Hey. I'm going to get you in position there. So now you're pushing up and back. And the key here is that you try to push way back so that you're getting your elbows actually behind your ears. If you can swing over this way without tripping on those dumbbells. Mr. Chris Bell, Mr. Director Pants. Oh my God, Mr. Director Pants. I just realized you have the same last name as Mr. Robot Pants. That's weird. You're probably more related to him than you are to me. And so there you have it. Now you have some tools. You got some weapons of mass destruction to help you with a bigger bench press. And that is it from SuperTraining.tv.